Autobots, transform!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to George Reviews. I am the 80s Transformer fan, and today I'll be reviewing Metroplex from Transformer, I think it was Transformer Generations line, and it's the 30th anniversary of Transformers. This thing came out. This came out maybe like 7-8 years ago now. It's been a while since it's been on. I'm sorry if I don't have that correct, but this is the front of the box. This is how it was meant to be displayed in stores, with Metroplex artwork in the front. And this is the top of this box. This is the reverse of the box with the figure standing up, and an actual picture of the actual product here. I think this says actual size on here. There's a lot of Transformers here is in English, and Takara Tomy's in English, but there's a lot of Japanese, Chinese on this box. Here is the side of the box. It has the actual product itself and the different modes that you can put them in. Same thing on this side, except for it's this way. Depending on where they're displaying it at. The bottom of the box has all the writing and the copyrights and all that on there. At the top of the box, it has another image of the artwork for Metroplex. And he is not in this box. And I gotta tell you, every toy has a story. A friend of mine saw my Fortress Maximus review, and he remembered that I didn't have this thing. He actually brought it over. And I was in the middle of my Devastator review, and he actually makes an appearance in my Devastator review. But he brought it over for me to check it out. So here it is, and you guys get to check it out with me. And it's pretty much unused. Here is the box that he is in. These are the unused sticker sheets. And he said I could do whatever I wanted to, but I don't think I'm going to put these stickers on here. I'm going to leave that to him, you know, because I don't want to ruin the fun of it. But this is, I guess I could slide it out. This is a lot of stickers, and that is the sticker sheet. And let's see, he bought this off a Big Bad Toy Store. He paid $248.18. The shipping and handling was $18.19. You see that right there. And let's see, we got a purchase date of 9/30/13. So he bought this in 2013 off a Big Bad Toy Store. And I was going to get one. Then I kept putting it off, and I kept putting it off, and then I wanted the chrome leg version, and I wound up never getting it for chasing other figures and stuff. And just like me, he had this toy sitting around forever, unused. Here are some of the weapons still on the cardboard. That's to the side, an insert here. That's to the side as well. Here's Metroplex instructions, and we're not going to use these because I'm a stubborn ass, and I'm just going to wing it. And it should be funny and interesting at the same time. But hopefully we will not break it. And then he bought some little goodies to go with it. Some little mini guys to go on there. This is Transformer. Oh, the Thrilling 30 is what it is. Thrilling 30. This has 2014 on this. Bumblebee and Blaze Master, whoever the heck that is. The Bumblebee has like a G1 head on him. He also has Optimus Prime to go with this thing. Of course you got to have Optimus Prime to go with it. Well done, Leon. Has some IDW stuff on the back, Thrilling 30s, Optimus Prime, and Roller. It's a little Jeep that's supposed to represent Roller. So we're gonna play with that. And here is Megatron and Chop Shop, one of the Deluxe Insecticons reincarnations from the Thrilling 30 line as well. So we are gonna get that out. And in the box is Metroplex. He still has a couple ties on him. Here he is. And the funny thing is, this thing, my friend's house actually burned down, and this survived. And this white plastic survived too without smoke damage. At least it doesn't appear. I don't have another one to compare it with, so, but to me it doesn't appear to be smoke damage. He comes with two massive guns in the box for Metroplex. And that's mine. And he had another toy in here. I think it was Starscream and Insecticon, but I don't see it. It was a Starscream and another Insecticon and a loose missile. So, hey, I didn't lose Starscream, Leon. That's not on me. That's on you. So we're going to get a little bit closer to take a look at this guy. You can see his chromed out face is amazing. He has a translucent visor over his eyes, which looks great. He has like a command center right here. This paint is supposed to represent windows. Has a translucent bit He has a translucent bit in the middle of his chest that lights up. He has some detailing in his shoulder here with some red paint on the side of the black. Detailing here coming down to his waist. He has what looks like some lights or maybe some cannons back there and over here. So his waist, this is not the chrome leg version, which I would love to get, but it's like at an astronomical price now. And coming down to his legs, a lot of detailing in there. And I just wanted to get close to this thing because I'm going to be standing behind it most of the review, so you can get a good look at it. I'm going to turn him around. Take a look at his back. He has some vents on there. I believe stickers go here. There's like some boosters or some rockets or something. And he has them all the way down the bottom of his legs. So that is a review, a quick look. So that is a... Okay, I'm going to run down his articulation and start with his head. His head moves left and right. I'm not getting a 360 out of it. The sides of his head are hitting the, his shoulders. So it's not 360 in. If I can lift it up to get it to, nope, his chin still hits. So this is as much as you get out of his head. He can look down a little bit. I guess this part, no, just the helmet goes down, but he can't look up or down, just left to right. So coming to his arms are 360. Get them out that far. They're holding pretty good. He has a elbow swivel with a very strong ratchet. You can hear that. It's 360. And we can bring it forward this far. Get it up that far. And coming to his hand, hit 360s. He has the exact same hands as Fortress Maximus, or Fortress Maximus has the exact same hands as me. I'm saying it because I reviewed Fortress Maximus. The fingers are individually articulated, but only at the knuckle, at the main knuckle, and that is it. And the thumb can move up and down exactly like Fortress Maximus, and that's all you get out of there. His waist, you get a full 360. I'm pretty sure this has something to do with transformation as well, different modes. And his legs, you get his leg to come forward this far, and it's not on a strong ratchet. If you tap it, it's going to fall down. You get out to the side this far. He can almost do a split, except for his hitting this portion here. If you can see it, am I showing you? Nope, because this is open. It's hitting this portion here. He has an extra piece of plastic that Fortress Maximus does not have. Let's see if I can do this one more time. He has a rotation at the thigh. You can do that. And coming to his foot, there's no rocker or anything down there because it opens up for transformation. So that is pretty much it for this guy's articulation. And now I'm going to go to his sound feature. I put some batteries in it already. I think it's 2 AA's, I believe. Can't even remember. But anyway, we are going to cycle through the sound. Okay, so I swung around again to check out his voice feature and the sound clips. And here we go.
These Decepticons scatter like cowards. Till all are one. Metroplex heeds the call of the last prime.
I love that sound right there.
Foolish Decepticons. Decepticon deactivation commencing. Target synchronizing initiated. Target obliterated. These Decepticons scatter like cowards.
I mean, you would scatter too if a city was trying to kill you.
Till all are one.
So, okay, I think that's all the sound bites I went through. He has this little cannon here that flips out. I don't know if it's supposed to be meant to be used in this mode. And you can put a pilot in a little seat back here. And I don't know if he can walk around with that, but I just wanted to show it before I moved on. And also, these little towers on the shoulders extend. And I'm not sure again if it's for this mode, but since I'm here, I'm gonna pull them out. They extend from the shoulders and they drop down. I think they're laser cannons. And okay, real quick before I move on, we're gonna take a look at Metroplex's face. Nice and chromed out, which it should be. It's sweet, very nice. And you can lift the visor up, and he has some eyes under there with some translucent plastic, which you really can't see. I'm trying to get in there and see. It's a shame that they don't light up. Oh, they actually do light up. Oh, I spoke too soon. I thought they were flashing, but I thought it was a reflection when I was hitting this. So wow. So he looks cartoon and G1 toy. It's amazing.
Decepticon deactivation commencing.
That is very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, one more thing that I missed out on. The eyes. When you let up the visor, his eyes actually articulate. He can look left and right, but it's kind of difficult because you have to
Target
cut the
initiated.
voice feature on, then make it. Oh, there we go. I got a little bit.
These Decepticons scatter
Make
like
him look left or right. In this mode, also he has two guns he comes with, and they clip on in a couple different modes. But you take this little handle here, fold it down, and here. Why didn't they include these two damn guns in Fortress Maximus? I'll never know. He has a version that like sticks in his legs or something. But anyway, and it's like a peg system. They slot in a slot system. They slot in to the sides of his hand. See if I can do that now. There's one. Does it go this way? I don't know. Close his fingers up. His fingers don't actually hold it. It's just the slot holds it. There's one gun. Same thing on this side. Slide it into the hand. Man, these big toy reviews are not fun. I mean, I'm happy to be playing with the toy because I'm damn sure playing with it. But the big toys is just not fun to do. And also on this cardboard cutout, he has some more weapons. And you could take these, and I believe they plug into the sides of his arm, like this, or maybe not like that, like this, and like this, to give him a more badass look, I guess, or to look like the G1. So here he is, all armed up. I think this is everything that goes on him in this mode. And I don't know, do these guns fire? He has a missile. I don't know if they fire a missile. I think they do. Yep. See if we can get it to fire. If I know, oh, there's a trigger right here. Okay, I may have lost that. My bad, Leon. And the guns fire. He has two missiles, one for each one. And then there's a little tiny thing here on the little cardboard cutout. I don't know if it goes in this mode. It might go on top of this card. So I'm not going to pull that out right now until I get the feeling around. And one more little item. I'm not sure where that goes. I might actually have to look at the instructions, see where that goes. But here he is, all weaponed up. And speaking of weapon up, I'm going to bring in his G1 self. Get him up here and see how he compares. You check him out side by side earlier in the review. You don't have to wait to the end. And he's just dwarfing this thing. He's like teeny tiny. But here they are side by side. So now I see what these cannons are supposed to represent. These guns are turning into 6-gun. And these guns here looks way better over here. And finally, he's done justice. When I originally had an idea to get this thing, it was to put it with my G1 toys. Because this guy was just way too little compared to his other G1 toys. Oh, let me flip this over. Because that's what this thing right here I showed you earlier is supposed to represent. This little cannon up here. Which is pretty cool. If you can see it, because I know I got it kind of far back. I'm trying to keep it in frame. So I said I hate these big bot reviews. And hopefully this is my last big bot review till Mega Spring comes out in July. Alright. Okay, real quick, I want to show you what I mean by like scaling justice. Like I'm going to bring in G1 Abominus with this guy. And this guy's supposed to be a city. And these guys are supposed to be like pretty much able to walk down the halls of the city. And we've always had a scaling issue with Transformers. I get that. But this guy was pretty much as big as his generation's Metroplex. And I'm going to bring in Power the Primes Abominus and compare them. Like, pretty much this is the Metroplex that goes with this, even though it didn't come out at the same time. But so you can see how he dwarfs this guy now. So they've given a little bit more scaling justice. We're never going to get a city accurate size to be big as the house, or just... Alright, that's all I can think of to do in this mode, so I'm going to move on to a city mode, and this should be comical. Never done it before, and like I say, I'm not going to use instructions, so here we go. Okay, his guns out of his hands. Probably could cut that part out of the video. I think he just closed his hands up. His head folds down, just like that. I think the shoulders unhinged, maybe. No, this one comes back like that. Okay, and this one doesn't move at all. So the legs open up, turn into some type of runway, and they open up again. Doing this correctly. Come over like this. So like a G1. And next I'm going to sit this guy on his butt. Same thing with this leg. We're going to get it in the camera. Turn it over. I got Metroplex on his butt. This one will come forward and to the side. Take this arm, try and look at the box. And this chest part opens up. I have this correct. I gotta get this out of the way. Yep, there we go. Alright, here we go. Opens up to reveal the helipad. One helipad anyway. This just goes straight up in the back. Maybe so rotate it down. This goes back here. I think that goes there. This arm comes forward and kind of just hangs out like this. I think it's like that. Figure it out. You take one of these cannons and plug it onto his back. And it goes right here. And you take the other cannon, goes over here. Does it combine? This thing plugs in somewhere. Slots in, plugs in. Let me see. Does it combine with this first? Wow, I just realized this little thing is a gun too. Wow. Okay. Okay, so I tried to get a little bit more comfortable to figure this thing out. As far as I can tell, it pegs into the top of here on an angle, which I kind of thought it did, but it looks goofy. But after looking at the box a few times, this is where it goes. And this pegs in underneath the arm joint. And it also, this is a goofy peg too. So that's that, how that goes on there. And this comes off of here. And it plugs in back here some similar type weird way. Okay, so you slot out what is the tower in the other mode. You just peg this down in here. Why it's got to be so mysterious, I don't know. But this little thing is not easy to open at all. I don't see a lever or switch. Have to risk breaking it, and there it is, the little missile pod. And then I think you know it's already falling down. Let this ramp down, and man, that's it's like a water slide or something. I think this is pretty much it. He has a compartment here that opens, it folds open to kind of cover up the fact that his fist is just hanging out, or his hand's just hanging out right there. It's another cannon in this mode. This thing extends out past it. That's a lot better. And you can put a minifigure in here or Scamper. The box has Scamper sitting in there. So I guess I'll get Scamper out, put Scamper in there. Okay, to get this guy transformed, sort of kind of accordion out. Well, the arms come out to the side and you accordion out the legs, or bring them around rather. Fold the chest down. It's very basic. Not really sure which way the hands go. I think they go this way. I'm getting it in. Yeah, that's where the ball joint goes. So I think the blasters go to the inside. And he's like a little stubby guy. You take the blaster off his back, put it in his hand. He has a handgun, but I think that's it for this little guy. Trying to see if the legs fold down more. I think they may fold down a little bit more. Okay. Think maybe get them a little bit taller. Alright, that's a lot better. A lot better. Sometimes you might want to use instructions. Oh, and the head inside can articulate. He can look up and look normal, and if your hands are small enough, I'm pretty sure he'll look side to side. But my hands aren't small enough. But here he is, his articulation in his mode. His arm 360s at the high shoulder, neck joint, head joint. Has a ball joint in his elbow, allowing for this motion here. And nothing at the wrist, coming to his waist, nothing at the waist. He can sit down. We saw him sitting in Metroplex. He bends at the knee. He can do this. Yay! Hey! So he has a little bit of articulation in there. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. Set him down. Bring out the G1 version. Now the G1 version is a parts former. I already have him transformed because I didn't feel like being bothered with all that. But he's a parts former. The arms comes off the back of the car. And you just plug him in and his hands really don't rotate forward. And you stick the gun. He can't hold it in his hand properly. You got to stick it in the outside of his hand and shoot the gun. This is a single individual pistol, which is a kind of cool pistol. And this guy has the dual blaster. So, but it works and it works. So here is Scamper. And while I'm saying that, I didn't even research to make sure his name is still Scamper. Okay, so now I'm take Scamper, sit him in this little seat, and now he can man the gun. I mean, if indeed that's how he sits in here, or maybe he stands up. Take his little gun out of his hand, plug it into his back, and he can hold on to the gun with both hands. And now he's manning the city gun. And again, it slots back and forth. Oh, you can extend this tower if you wanted to. Give it a little bit more city appeal. I think it's supposed to be extended, and I just missed it. So you extend that. And you can get more range out of this thing now. At least going that way. Pan in on it. This is like a city ramp. And I don't understand this at all. Why doesn't this fold back so you can get a car to actually roll down it? Or put something in there. But this is like just blocking the way. And again, his hand just hanging out there. Scamper manning the gun. Little command center. It could have benefited from having some translucent windows right there instead of just the paint. A couple of city towers, missile pods, ventilation, helipad, and I guess you put little figures in here, and that's pretty much that. Oh, these things let up too. Get this up. I'm totally screwing it up. Just forgot. Once you start reviewing and you kind of playing, this is all this stuff, man. Maybe I need to start rehearsing these things. And over here too, it's like a doorway, garage way or something back there. And one more pan at this figure in city mode while I give my thoughts on it. It looks great. It looks like the G1 but improved, it's bigger. And it really looks great. But they made a couple of goofball things happen here. Like with this piece here, you can't even move this out of the way to roll the car down. The car has to start right here, and then it's just like a death drop down to here, which I don't like. And then coming over here, the paint decision here to make this red and yellow, it should have been black and silver. They use black and silver, so I think that's a goofball move right there. If I had my own, I probably would repaint that. They could have did better on that. And They could have made the opportunity to make these more useful, because in the G1, the opening part wasn't that useful, other than maybe like a guy sitting here looking at a monitor or something. They could have took another step with that. But other than that, I really like it. It looks sweet in city mode. And also they could have covered up the hand, could have had it tuck away a little bit better than that. Because it's clearly a hand just hanging out. If you pulled up on this thing, but like it's a robot sitting on his ass. So you would know immediately. And also, I thought for a long time the third-party people would put in a different ramp, but they never did. Like I said, this thing been out since 2013. To put in a better ramp, go in here, but no one ever did. But I always thought they would, because I saw the reviews where this is like a damn death drop. So matter of fact, let's demonstrate the death drop right now. Get the little roller, and this thing is freaking sweet. This little Optimus Prime set is, he has the 3 wheels and everything, and oh, and he transforms. I didn't even realize that. But boom, and it's just death on the highways of Metroplex. Just, I mean, I see they tried to capture it, but it would have been nice if it could have came off here and rolled completely out of the little runway. But that's cool anyway. And before I get out of this mode, he has this repair arm, claw arm. I'm not exactly sure where it goes, but I'm going to be lazy. I know it can port right here, but I don't think it goes right here at all. It has some rotation in it. Has a couple joints in it. You move it around pretty good. Okay, you can put the claw arm in here. I don't think it goes here, but you can. I guess this is like the repair bay. I'm not sure. And it has a few points of articulation here at the base. Here in the middle, it can rotate on this hinge, and at the claw itself has some articulation, so that's pretty cool. So I guess he can work on Transformers. Who can we get? Bumblebee's always getting jacked up, and if we can get him down there to work on Bumblebee. Yep, and here we go. Okay, now to get some video comparison next to the G1 in city mode. Now, the G1, I have the legs pulled forward to kind of make it look more like the new one, but the legs fold around to the side. I just chose this look for the video. So don't nobody correct me like, his legs doesn't go that way. I know. But I think it looks cooler next to this guy like that. I'll get it all in. There's a lot to get in. This toy review has been a headache. But this thing is pretty cool. So hopefully I'm getting it all in. You guys getting a look. So I'm going to switch them to battle platform mode now. Alright, so I got Metroplex in this battle platform mode. I did it off camera to save some time, video, and myself a whole lot of embarrassment. It's not that it's hard. It's just to hold it, and then the weight of it flipping over or whatever. He basically just put his legs together and flip them around and put his arms behind him. That was pretty much it. Just like pretty much like the G1, if you ever transform the G1. So anyway, here he is. He has like some little landing strips here. He has some molded in detail where the stickers go. But I didn't put the stickers on again. Like I said, I'm going to let, this is my friend's toy. I'm going to let him do it. But these little gold stickers go here to break all of this up. Make it look better. I'm sure it looks a hell of a lot better. He told me I could put them on, but I'm going to let him enjoy that. So I'm going to bring it forward. Little cannons, they just clip on here, which actually kind of sucked a little bit. Because they just sit on here, like on this little groove here. I thought maybe this thing, the little teeth, could bite it and go on there, but the cannons, and it took me a long time to realize they just pretty much sit here if I got it right, and they just hang out like that on the side. So anyway, take a look at the toy. Screw them out, and you know you can see the wheels here and here. The rims are unpainted. I hate when they do that. But everything's rolling except for this one. This is not rolling. It's kind of missing the table. Turn them around. Oh, he has another helipad molded and painted in this mode, so you can get helicopter up there, and this little gun flips out here, and you can put Scamper in there holding on to the controls, and his head lets up for another gun control station. You can put a figure back here, man the controls. And this is like the little targeting thing. You can see like a little target in here. Right here. which is pretty cool behind the head. And the arms just hang out. The arms are just out here like, hey, like an anime guy running. Side by side in this mode. And again, off-camera transformation to save myself some embarrassment. Here are two of these guys so you can see the similarities and the differences. And I guess the Takara one went for the look of the G1 toy with all the white. And this was never really a straight up white. It was like a grayish white, a pale white, whatever. So here they are side by side. Hope I'm doing this justice because it is hard. I'm not trying to make excuses. It's hard getting these big toys in review. And I'm kind of frustrated. That's why I'm saying it on camera. You know, in my other reviews with the big guys, you don't hear me talk about how hard it is, but I'm letting it be known now. And so far, I believe this is the better version. I think this is better than Fortress Maximus. It looks better. It does a lot more. It has a lot more features on it to me. So it's a lot cooler than Fortress Maximus is. I got them all back in this robot mode. I left a couple things hanging out here. And some of my final thoughts on this guy before I do some comparisons. I love this figure. I think he's way better than Fortress Maximus. My only complaints with this figure are the waist joints and the leg won't stay up like that. I think it's 3 complaints I have. That and the ramp. I don't like that the ramp doesn't come down far enough in his city mode, and the fact that it's blocked right here so you can't roll the car. I don't understand why this piece is right here. I don't get it. Maybe I missed it. I'm pretty sure I missed a lot of things because the thing is so big, it's so much to talk about, and I brought the comparison out, so I'm sure I missed some things, but I don't like that. And one more thing I didn't like, I can't remember, so I guess it probably was nothing much, but I didn't like the ramp, how the ramp didn't come down. I don't like the waist joints, and I'm trying to think it back to myself what I didn't like. So we'll go with that. The 2 things I don't like. It might have been something with the guns and the legs that I didn't like, but it wasn't much that I did not like about this figure. I really love it. I can't wait to get one for myself. And now it's a dilemma which one to get. The San Diego, Takara. I'll probably go with the cheapest one because the price is up there now because I miss out on this thing. So I'm going to get one more visual representation with the G1 Metroplex side by side. Tie scales with this guy. Get him out of here and bring in Power of the Prime's Abominus. One more time. Tie scales with Abominus. Maybe I can get him in the front, look a little bit better. Abominus, and then I'm going to bring in Titan Master, Titan's Return Blaster. Get these guys out of here. Scale up a little bit. I'm going to bring in a fellow Titan class figure, Devastator. Now, Devastator is an oversized combiner for this line. That's why he's so big, even though I love it. But he kind of, this is where he kind of gets out of scale, and he back into like the G1 situation with these two. So we'll get Devastator out of here and bring in, whew, it's a lot going on in story review. Bring in fellow Titan class and remold it from this figure, Fortress Maximus. And I think that I said it in Fortress Maximus review. Fortress Maximus suffers from being a retool of this. If they had did it in reverse, I think both these figures would have been cool, as opposed to this one being way superior to Fortress Maximus. In my opinion, I think this one's way superior. And once upon a time, this Metroplex was billed as the biggest transformer ever, eclipsing Metroplex. And then they redid Fortress Maximus and made the head like bigger, so he's bigger at the head, even though they share the same body. So from foot to head, Fortress Maximus is once again the biggest transformer ever, official transformer. I'm gonna bring in Titan's Returns Triptychon and have these guys go head to head. And again, I know he looks like he's dwarfing Triptychon, but Triptychon has this tail behind him and all this junk on his back that makes up for the plastic. I'm gonna stand up a little bit taller. And now I can have this showdown, or I'm gonna need this guy for myself to have this showdown. And this is how these guys look side by side. So this has been George Reviews. I am the 80s Transformer fan. Thank you for sticking around for this long ass review where every toy has a story.
Transform.